What is going on, IP Nation? Thanks for tuning in to podcast number 9, The Haunted Museum. If you have not seen our Las Vegas vlog, we're going to put the link down in the description. Stop what you're doing, go check it out first. It explains a little bit what we did. But this is a big video, right? So if you guys don't know us, we are big ghost guys. We're huge Ghost Ventures guys. So when we went to Las Vegas, we took 2 tours, back-to-back days, to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. If you guys go out to Vegas, this is the #1 thing you guys have to do. So we're gonna break down. We're not gonna go through every room. We're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty, the big stuff. Okay. So you guys ready? You guys ready to start us off?
The reason why we're in this car, it's a vibe. Okay?
It's a vibe.
Don't press us. Just press the like button. Simple as that.
Let's
continue. Come on.
Like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Help us out. All right. So #1, we go there on. So we went Saturday and Sunday. Saturday we did the regular tour just to see how it was. Sunday we took our parents, so obviously us 3 and my mom and dad, and we got the VIP access tour, us 3, me, JD, and BJ, which got us more rooms and access to rooms that the normal tour people could not go into. So we went to back-to-back days, which is crazy. So we're going to talk about the Sunday experience, not the normal tour, the VIP access tour experience. So we walk in, the first room is the Weird Oddities room. So a bunch of robots, a bunch of clowns are like moving, the lights turn on right when you walk in there. And how was it, like, when you guys walked in the building, how was your guys', like, what was the energy? Like,
first of all, I want to address the Haunted Museum because they absolutely finessed me of $1. Okay, the first thing that they ask you when you walk in to be like, you got your name, all right, cool, you got your passes, chilling, all right, does anybody have $1? And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be the chosen one right now. They're gonna do a magic trick with my $1, and something's gonna happen. So the way that they get you, you pay for your tickets, and then you give them a free $1 because they have like a Zach Bagans like look-alike. What would you call that thing?
A Zoltar.
A Zoltar. And I mean, I just got this message, but during the whole tour, I didn't get the answer to my message.
what was the message?
It was something about, you know what? I don't even know. But they took
Something
my $1.
Russ would say.
No, remember on Sunday I gave him the $1, and the card said, "Oh, free elves will give you a free gift at the gift shop."
Yeah.
And so I showed them. I'm like, "Hey, where's my free gift?" They said, "No, we ran out."
We ran out.
And I'm not. It's whatever. I mean, I'm not mad about that. It was just funny. So
yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to press them a little bit, but they finessed me and they got me. So
this room had crazy things moving, different clowns, just a bunch of stuff. One of the most crazy things was they had Anton LaVey's Bible. If you guys don't know who Anton LaVey is, he is the founder of the Church of Satanism.
Yeah. They
had his Bible and a signed document, and you know we're Christian, we're religious, so that kind of like right off the bat shook our spirits, yeah. Right? But I think the best experience about that was the people who had the VIP access tour can go in the room with the haunted dolls. Mm-hmm. Dolls. BJ, explain what happened in there.
I had this doll with a lazy eye that like I was just zoned into like throughout the whole tour, and I don't know, like when I zone in on things, it's usually not good, but this doll just like kept having his eye on me, and I know it's a doll, but like I just kept zoning in on him, and it just felt like negative vibes. Mm-hmm. Did you feel anything in that room or no?
I didn't.
Okay.
I wanted to, but I did not. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Not everyone experiences it, you know. But like you walk, so the museum is the actual house. You walk in, like once we walk in that house, it's such a different feeling. But when we walk in that little closet with the dolls, it's very hard to explain, but it's like people are looking at you, and it's like the energy.
100 eyes all over the room.
It's like you're the center of attention, and you walk in there, and you just feel like you should not be in that room.
You feel like, you know, when a psycho person's in that box where they can't hurt themselves. Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it felt like.
Yeah.
For me.
So the next room is. So we're probably gonna skip rooms because nothing really happened, or it wasn't like our favorite rooms. Mm-hmm. Our next favorite room was Ed GEIN. If you guys don't know who Ed GEIN is, he is the real Leatherface. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies were based on him. he used to dig up dead bodies out of graves, wear them as his normal skin because he didn't like how he looked and he wanted to be a girl, I guess, right?
Yeah, usually female skin, because he felt, I think he said he felt most alive when he had like female body parts on him. And the craziest part was that he killed his mom and put her her whole, like, I don't know how to say it, skin bag like on him.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that was like his prized possession.
And they had that cauldron that he used to like chop up the bodies and mix them or something. They had that there on display. They said it's super heavy because it's made of like real, like, what is it? It's not steel, is it? Was it steel?
Or like cast iron.
Cast iron, that's what it was. Cast iron. And it's very cursed, so they have it in a box. They had his shovel he used to dig up?
Original shovel.
His original shovel that he used to dig up bodies out of the graves.
Talking about
Go ahead.
Talking about graves, we're gonna go to Ed Gein's grave. We're gonna go see his mom, his dad's grave. They don't know where his grave is, but they say like it's around his parents' grave, and that's in Wisconsin. We're coming out with the Wisconsin vlog, so be looking out for that. And then the boys are gonna try to go to Palm Springs after that. Get a, I don't know, nice little spot to chill at. So yeah, just be looking for those vlogs because we want to keep doing more vlogs. That was like really fun. The Vegas one was very fun. Go watch that one. Make sure you go like it up and all that.
Yeah, definitely. So that ad game room was pretty cool. The next one, do you guys want to do the basement or Jack Kevorkian?
Jack was the bus guy, right?
Yeah.
Not the bus.
The van.
With the van.
Yeah.
What was going on with the van, Genie?
Dr. Kevorkian would perform assisted suicides on his patients who obviously voluntarily said, hey, kill me. And he had this van that he would take everywhere, and he would kill people with them being fully okay with it.
Yeah.
and he would play Flute, this recorder, as they passed on. And they had
the original song.
Yeah, the original song Kevorkian used to play for his patients. They had that playing in the background as we're looking at the van.
Just weird stuff.
Very weird. I didn't really feel anything in that room. It was just kind of cool to see the van, which is like it's still creepy. I mean, we're on edge. Like, every room we go in, we're on edge.
That room, I think before the whole COVID happened, there was actually people that went on the tour before they went in the room where the van was. 3 females fainted, and yeah, it was just crazy. We were in the room where people were fainting at.
Yeah,
and they were showing the footage as well.
Yeah, they showed the footage of people fainting, and we were standing in that room watching the video before we went into the van room, which was crazy. Yeah, so that was a cool room. And then the next room we go into, which was our most anticipated room, was the basement. When Zach bought the house, he found out that in the basement they used to do demonic rituals. Now there's more facts, there's more people, I don't know, have the facts with me, so I'm just gonna sum it up. This basement had demonic rituals going on. They had a pentagram on the floor, very dark stuff went down on there, and the people who had the VIP access tour could go down into the basement and experience it. So when they had in the basement was a thing called the SB7 Spirit Box. This isn't the one they use, but we have one of them. So if you guys don't know what that is, it plays radio frequencies at a very high pace, so it just sounds like a bunch of static noise, and spirits can talk through that box and out to a speaker. So they have that going on when you go down to the basement, so you can ask questions, you can talk to people, spirits, and you guys want to explain what was on in there?
We go down there, and we're my heart was pumping. My hands were sweaty as heck. We go down there, and it's like a weird tunnel that you go in, and you show up to the spot. It's deep. Yeah,
you have to walk a good amount.
Yeah, and then it's a table with candles, and then it's already the Ouija board was out there.
Yeah, Ouija board, a witch's cauldron too.
Yeah, and then across from the table it's a goat head. And then it's just, if you're ready to go, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
But in the background, you just hear a whole bunch of radio. What was the word again?
Frequencies.
Radio frequencies going, and we were hearing little voices here and there. We asked as many questions as we could. We stayed there for a while. Didn't really get much. And then till the end, we asked, what was the question?
I asked, should we leave this room? And 3 voices, clear as day, came out of that spirit box and said, yeah. I went, yeah. I looked at BJ, looked at JD, we looked at each other, and we dipped. Like, we were like, we're not doing this anymore. Like, it was, people hyped it up. I didn't experience, obviously, like, getting thrown against the wall, because people do experience that when they go in there, they hear their names, they get thrown against the wall. But I was just, like, frozen. I didn't move. I didn't want to look around. I asked it, and once we heard that, we ran out there. Yeah, it was unreal feeling. So if you ever get a chance to go down there, go down there. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you didn't feel anything, right?
Not really.
Okay. Do you think that basement was rigged? Like, do you think it's fake, or do you think it's actually real?
I don't know. I think a lot of it's in the presentation.
Okay.
If it's set up to look scary, then probably you're gonna be scared. I don't know. That's just what I felt like.
Okay. How about, like, because whenever we do it, we do our thing, like, outside. But when we were down there was, like, multiple voices. Like, how do you explain that? Because we never really got anything inside until we went to that place.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear the voices say yeah.
Really?
And I'm sorry again, but if it's the same voice and the same thing 3 times in a row, 1 syllable, just doesn't add up scientifically. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
through the radio frequencies.
I'm sorry, I just can't explain it in the best
anyway,
way.
we're gonna skip what he said, because then he just kind of contradicted. So now people think I'm lying. Thanks, appreciate it.
You can hear what you want to hear.
So did you hear the yes?
I heard it.
2v1, we win.
You guys definitely heard yeah.
Yeah, you did.
You guys definitely heard yeah.
Then the next room that we enjoyed was Peggy. Now, Peggy is something you should not mess with. Peggy is the world's most haunted doll. Let me backtrack a little bit. Before we go, there's a downstairs and upstairs. We go upstairs, they have a freaking maze you have to walk through, a clown maze. And clowns are scaring you. BJ got scared out of his mind. Like, so the room, there's stairs to go to the maze, and you saw the clown, right?
So before you go up the stairs, there's a guy that hangs, like, these cans off of his eyelids, some weird stuff. And then, what do they have in those jars? They had a human...
They had a human head, looked like a baby's head, but this dude...
But it was a deformation.
It was a deformation, is like a dwarf. Yeah. Super rare. He only grew, 26 inches? 22, yeah.
26?
They had the real head, a real heart, and a real hand in a jar. And then they had this freak show guy, he put, like, big jugs of water connected to fish hooks, and he put them in his eye, and he started swinging them, which is gross.
Yeah.
And then after that, it led up to the maze, and the stairs, there was a clown, a real person, dressed up as a clown, looking at us. And Peter's like, oh my gosh, dude!
Yeah.
And we were freaked out after, and so we had to go through, and, like, people are scaring you, which is, it just adds excitement. But then after that, you go into, like, there's more rooms, but then we went to Peggy's room. This doll, you were not allowed to look into this doll's eyes. It has caused heart attacks, car accidents, right?
Yeah, just bad luck.
Bad luck.
In general.
And every time you walk into this room, you have to say hi Peggy and bye Peggy, just to not piss the spirit off.
If you don't say bye, it'll make you.
Yeah, it'll attach it to you.
There might be some people out there who said I didn't buy into the process, and maybe I didn't. I don't know who's saying that. Someone's saying that. When I walked near Peggy, the lady said, you need to be formal with Peggy, say hello, say goodbye. I was like, okay. I walk up to Peggy, I size her up, I give her one of these, I look her up and down. I said, hey Peggy, later Peggy, and I didn't feel anything. I wanted to, I really did. I sized her up.
Listen, but Saturday, the first time we went and saw Peggy, there was no voices. Sunday,
oh yeah,
it was hooked up to this weird thing where, like, it would talk to a computer, like a robot voice, and the spirit would talk through it, and Peggy was talking.
It was just not making sense with us.
It was like speaking gibberish. And I don't know if that's her, but I mean, it wasn't going on Saturday. But Sunday it was going off, and it was loud.
Yeah.
So that was insane.
the next room over.
The witch, right?
Yeah, they literally have a woman's head that was like a Native American witch, and her skin is still on her face, like it's her head decapitated.
Decapitated head, and like the tour guide said, the spirit is very, very upset that it's put on display. So you're not allowed to talk to it, right? You can't say anything. You're supposed to look at it though. You have to acknowledge it's there.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I mean, it's if your head is on display, wouldn't you be mad too? But it's like a real decapitated head just hanging there, and we're like, okay, that's gross. Do you want to talk about that girl who like sat with the radios?
That one actually really freaked me out.
Yeah, talk about that one.
It was so hard to like fully understand what was going on, but there was this woman who had these like stereo setups, and apparently she was getting answers from demons on like either how she was gonna die, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was gonna go to hell forever. They had her notes that she took, and she took what's the Polaroid pictures of her getting possessed, and it was like pictures of her, and then they had her. Did I already say they had her original Ouija board in that room too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they had that, and just like it was just like unreal how skinny she got. And the crazy thing was they found her dead body on the chair that she sat, that she would listen to the stereos, like that room.
Yeah, they showed the pictures, like it was like hours before her death, and they found her dead body sitting on like the chair with the radio on, her headphones in, just blank stare, but she was dead already. And that room was, and Zach has not turned on those radios, so the normal settings are the ones that she used, and he said if I turn them on, like he's afraid of what's gonna happen. We did skip a room, and that's not my fault. The serial killer room. You guys want to talk about that one?
Oh yeah. JD, what was your favorite part of the serial killer room?
I like museums in general. I'm a nerd. I'm sorry, and I just
love it or leave it.
Yeah. Love it or leave it.
Okay.
And I just like looking at old things that significant people used to hold in their hands. And there was a lot of that in there. Colmer?
Yeah, so the three most famous ones that like I knew were Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, and Charles Manson. So Charles Manson, I'll talk about that one, and then you guys can talk about it. So Charles Manson, he had his own cult. He used to have people kill people for him, and he was like, just look up Charles Manson. There's so many things on him. There's interviews. He was insane. He had like a swastika thing on his forehead. He had like on his gums, teeth, everything. They had his real ashes there, part of his ashes. They had his gown, or not his gown, like his suit he wore in prison, the one he died in. They had that on display. They had paintings that he drew in the cell that were made of like, I think he said urine too. And like they was just scrabble like a bunch of stuff. But the one that caught my attention was there was a painting of Charles Manson, but his eyes were painted with his cremated eyes. So his real eyes are like in the painting, which is insane. Who wants to talk about John Wayne Gacy?
That's the clown, right?
Yeah, the clown.
So that guy actually also inspired It, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they said that guy inspired It, and he would rape usually little boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would rape little boys, so that's why, gosh, I'm having a brain fart here. I'm not knowing where I'm gonna go here.
The art?
So yeah, so when he went to jail, he would have art pieces made out of his own body fluids, and Zach somehow got a hold of those. And body fluids meaning like semen, spit, urine, all this stuff. And like the reason why he would do that is because he would want a part of him on those paintings for I don't know what reason, but like these people were just psycho that were in this room.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for the man Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy.
They had a bunch of Ted Bundy stuff. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the Netflix series. I forget what it's called. But they had Ted Bundy's murder kit. They had Ted Bundy's glasses, 50,000, got him. They had Richard Ramirez, like medical documents, the Night Stalker. They had just various other items of great significance.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite rooms, just because, like, I don't know, I kind of knew a lot about those guys before we went in. And it's cool to see, yeah, like those glasses. Zach paid $50,000 for those disguise glasses that Ted Bundy wore, which is insane. But yeah, that room was definitely cool. If you guys go check that room out, you obviously will, but just pay attention to that one, because that's awesome.
One of the rooms that I hated a lot was the Conjuring room.
The Conjuring room. Now this one hit home.
They had, I mean, I don't really know. I didn't really watch. It was called The Exorcist, right? Or Exorcist?
Conjuring.
Oh, the first movie?
Yeah, the first that chair was based on the first movie.
Okay.
Oh no, there's one coming out this year, Conjuring 3. This room was based on Conjuring 3.
Mm-hmm. And he had the original chair that the boy that was possessed sat on. And
Devil's rocking chair is what Zach calls it.
yeah, and then when you walk in the room, it literally, you literally hear the original footage of the possession of, what was that kid's name?
It was obviously the spirit people who didn't conduct the exorcism was Ed and Lorraine Warren. I forgot the boy's name, but they had the audio recording of. It's not all of it, because Zach said if it's all of it, it's very explicit.
Yeah.
But you hear like
Just another person in that voice,
Yeah.
in that boy's body.
you hear like a
demon.
demonic voice, like super dark, like it was like super angry. And
How did it go, JD?
Sounded like one of those commercials where it's like, I was a smoker. It sounded like that.
like you hear like devil leave his body, like a normal like exorcism, and then you hear the boy talking, but it's not a boy. And it was very hard to listen. And that room is like possessions and demons are not some that I like to mess with.
Me neither.
That one was very scary.
I hate watching movies.
Yeah, it's because you can make scary movies and something that's not real. Possessions and demons are real, and demonic stuff is real. That's something you should never mess with. And when they had that display, that was very, very scary.
Mm-hmm.
That room made me feel uneasy. There was some type of energy, because the chair is on display inside a room, so the door opens, and when the door opens, the audio plays, and then you see the rocking chair. Yeah, that room was insane. And then the last one is the Demon House room. The Demon House is a documentary that Zach did, the most haunted house in America or the world.
Get away from me. Get away. Back up.
Check out that movie.
Insane.
He tore the house down when a family lived there, and then a kid got possessed, and when they were at the hospital, like the kid, I guess, fainted or something, or was like he had taken him to the hospital. The kid walked up the wall because he was possessed by a spirit. So Zach tore the house down, but he kept demonic ritual items, or not demonic, just ritual items that he found in the basement. He kept the dirt from the basement, and he kept the stairs from the basement on display. So we walk into that room. There's a little video that Zach talks to us and explains it a little bit, and then the door, like these shutters open up, and then Zach asks if you want to see it, you can stay now. If you don't, please leave the room, because it's not something you should be messing with. It's like like a lot of these rooms are optional if you want to experience it.
To give it a little bit more hardcore and hit your core, the reason why Zach even wears glasses is because when he did the investigation in that house, he lost like part of his eyesight. If you watch the movie, go ahead and watch it. It's called The Demon House. And yeah, that's pretty much why he wears glasses, because he literally lost eyesight because the demons infected him.
Yeah, and man, that room, like the back-to-back rooms like that, the Conjuring and then the Demon House, it was just like a home run. Like that's just the grand finale. And when we first walked into the museum, I don't know, like I told BD this after, I had to hold on to him for a good 5 minutes because I could not stand up straight because my legs started wobbling. Like it's like almost like if you ever like were on an elevator and you know like when it moves up and down, like down or up, like you kind of get like a little like light on your feet and you can't really stand up straight. Imagine that constant for 5 minutes. I could not stand up straight.
JD, why were you holding on to me? Like,
I was holding on because when we left the Haunted Museum, there had to be someone or something inside of me, which, yeah, I wasn't holding on to him. I tried to go somewhere with that story. I had nothing.
But is there anything that you guys experienced that you've never experienced before we end this podcast?
You know what, like, I guess after I got off of the tour, when we went back in the car, I really just sat down and I was like, I don't know why, but I had my soul like uplifted and I was just so happy and I was just grateful for everything. And I don't know why.
Demon.
Yeah. What about you, JD?
As a museum lover, I thought the presentation was out of the park. The presentation was really good.
So a 10 out of 10 for presentation?
10 out of 10 for presentation. Let's say 8 out of 10 for museum overall.
Okay.
And I thought it was just a really fun attraction. I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Even though my recommendation means 0.
How about you, Cole?
Sunday, after the museum, I felt sad. I felt very depressed, which was very weird because I'm an outgoing, happy guy. I just didn't want to do anything. I was so sad. It was weird.
You just wanted to go to In-N-Out and go back to the room.
I know. I was hungry.
Exactly what we did.
Yeah, we got In-N-Out. No, we got Canes, bro.
You know what
Slapped.
else? You know what else we got? Tell them what we got after the tour was done, Cole.
So obviously they got the shirts. I didn't get the gift from the Elvis, but I did get this cross. I wear it every single day. I kiss it every single day. God is good all the time. But yeah, so a part of the
dope. I like that.
Yeah, part of the museum is with me too. But if you go to Vegas, check it out. Number one thing you got to do. We're going back every single time now because
yeah, Vegas was fun.
Yeah, unreal. All right, is that a sign off?
That is.
All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love. Spread peace, love, and positivity. That's it for the Haunted Museum podcast. Anything you guys want to say?
If you guys finished the podcast, make sure you comment down below JD holding on to me. Just that, in quotes.
JD holding on to me. Comment that. See you guys.
Peace.